Welcome back to another episode of Three Best Friends and One Good Friend. We want to welcome all of our good friends, and we also want to welcome our IRL good friend, Whitney. Thank you for being here, Whit.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we are so excited to be interviewing Whitney. She is the owner and CEO of We Are the Wild Co.
Yes, the Wild Collective. And we're going on 9 years.
Yay.
Yeah.
So just to back up, Whitney and I both have kids in the same class. That's how we met. We met, 2020, 2021, somewhere around there, I think.
Yeah. I put Alina over there when she was in pre-K.
Yep.
So I think that was like when we met. So, and they're in second grade now. So about 4-ish years.
Yeah. It's a long time.
I feel so left out because how did I not know this?
I didn't know that you were at the school either. I didn't.
What is going on?
Whitney and I have gone out. We've gone to Thunder from Down Under. She's my younger kid friend group.
Yeah.
We have different friend groups.
We're your older kid friend group. So, okay.
Yeah.
You've been gatekeeping her from us.
I have. And Whitney's a real one. She's fun. She's like a go-getter. The things that we love in a friend group. So we love to surround ourselves with really strong, aspirational women, inspirational women. Whitney, you are one of them. And the reason why we wanted to have you on today is because we wanted to learn all about what you do. We have so many questions. These girls have been doing their research. But first and foremost, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Wild Collective?
Sure. So Wild Collective was actually started because of Golden Knights. Mm-hmm. So I had literally no intention of ever stumbling down sports, ever. Wasn't on my radar, wasn't something that I was, when I went to UNLV, it wasn't something, I didn't go to games. I was not that girl. But when the Golden Knights came to Vegas, I was already doing some product on the Strip for some of the hotels, so MGM and Caesars. And they had approached me and said, hey, we'd love some, really cool, like gold, something fun to like put next to all these jerseys and everything now that like Vegas had a team and people were excited about it. So it really started there, and they kind of pushed me to, hey, you should try and like see if you can actually make Golden Knights product, and like we would buy it from you. And it just opened up a whole like new world where I hadn't even thought of. So I actually went to the league, tried to get a license, and at that time they weren't really like giving licenses out. So I was like, okay. They were like, but you can work with the team directly and you can make product for the team. I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna do that then. So I hunted down the buyer, who actually is still there today. Her name is Teresa. And she knows this. I tell her this all the time. Like literally, I would never have gone down this path in fashion in sports if it was not for her. Because I think if she would have been like, no, we're good, I probably would have gone a different direction and not actually done it. But yeah, so the entire brand was built off the Golden Knights.
That is so amazing. And so they came to you, and they're like, we just need something different. We need something new. You saw, okay, there is this hole in the market, especially for women. Do you focus primarily on female apparel, or is it a mix between men and women?
So initially when I got into the industry, it was a big focus on women's because I was clearly identifying that even the big brands of the world, the Nikes, the Adidas, the Under Armours, they really weren't looking to serve women in any other way other than the classic T-shirt, logo, left slap, call it a day. Or, the classic pink, they would just make it pink and think, okay, this is women's. And so I initially started to go after women's, but not that long into that journey, I started to realize that there was a huge market for men's and unisex specifically. A lot of women at the time, like streetwear was becoming a really big thing. And so a lot of women were wearing men's pieces or wanted that oversized, more baggy fit. And so that made sense for me to like really kind of go after both. So I was like the first licensee in the space to actually get a license for unisex product, because it had not actually been categorized as an actual category. It was really just men's and women's. And so about a year into the journey of all this, it really transitioned into doing both, doing unisex product and then focusing on women's.
One of my questions for you was going to be, hey, were you just always a sports girly? Did you always know sports was going to be where you ended up? And obviously you said that wasn't your path, but were you always a fashion girly then? Was fashion?
Yeah, I actually wanted to go to Central St. Martin's when I was 16. So I graduated high school at 16, went to college at 16, wanted to go to Central St. Martin's, but was like, how do I just move to London at 16 years old to go to school? Like, that's just not going to happen. So I ended up staying at UNLV, did a business major there. And by the time I graduated, I had already been really heavily deep in like the production world in Vegas. So I also own another company. So it's an agency where we do hair and makeup and styling and wardrobe for celebrities and stylists and TV and film and all the things. And so that gave me the background of like production and photo shoots and models and learning like that end of the world. But yeah, I would have bet every dollar in my bank account I would never have ended up in sports. It was just not in my bingo card.
I love the story that another woman inspired you and kind of like gave you the confidence to go on this journey, and it changed your whole life. I have a similar story. And I just think the whole like women supporting women thing is so unbelievable. And do you feel like you're guiding other entrepreneurial women like in your journey? I imagine people reach out to you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn's probably like my favorite platform just because it's like so business focused, but it's like very strategic on who your demo is, who you're talking to, how you're speaking, and how you're speaking about your brand and who you are. And I get a lot of DMs on LinkedIn of just people all across like the country. I get people across the world asking questions. I get a lot of other like CEOs who reach out. So what is cool about like a platform like LinkedIn is you can contact anyone, like literally. So I have conversations going through on LinkedIn with, you know, CEOs of multi-million-dollar brands that we connect with and we talk to, and I ask for advice or they ask me. A lot of collaborations have actually happened on LinkedIn. But yeah, it's been fun to like see other people, especially women, reach out. I'll get a lot of like, hey, I just want you to know I was in the stadium today and oh my God, I just love your product. Like it'll just be a simple, it'll just be like a simple, like, you don't know me.
Yeah.
But I want you to know I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, that's amazing. And that just reminded me that I need to focus on LinkedIn. It's
Me
on
too.
my to-do list.
My husband uses LinkedIn and I think he's like ancient for it, but now I'm realizing
guys
that
are
I should
sleeping.
probably be.
You're sleeping.
And do I buy the premium?
I don't think you need the
Okay,
premium,
I'm
no.
like, haven't bought the premium, but you know how you get the emails? It's like 57 people have viewed your profile today. And I'm like, okay, thank you, LinkedIn, for reminding me.
Oh yeah, I've been nicknamed the LinkedIn Queen.
Oh,
so that's my platform.
Okay.
I'm not like a TikTok girly. I'm not like Instagram. It's a little just too much, right? Like I don't have a lot of time, but when I focus and I'm like honed in on the business aspect of it, that's where I really thrive.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're also a B2B business, correct?
Yes. So we sell to obviously like retailers and everyone across the country. Like we're in every stadium across the country, but then we also have a direct to consumer business on our e-commerce as well.
Okay. So like people can buy directly from your website if they want to.
Yep.
And what is your website again?
wearethewildco.com.
Okay.
Did you have a moment in your journey where you were just like, wow, I made it. I can't believe how big this has become. Like where one thing that happened where you're just like, aha.
Yeah, it was probably the Raiders collab. That was like coming right out of COVID. And I literally saw the stadium getting built and I was like, oh my God, I have to get in there. Like I have to figure out how to get an NFL license and how to do that. The problem with all the licensing is it's all separated and segmented. So like you can have one league and not have another. So just because you get one doesn't mean you get all of them. And you have to go after each one individually. So at the time, they offered this local license for NFL. And so we were picked to do the local license for their new stadium. So that was like a huge opportunity because NFL in the grand scheme of sports is just the biggest. It does the most volume. It's the most watched. And so you really can't get bigger than the NFL. So to have the collab here, to have it in stadium, to be able to like take my kids to go see it and do interviews, and like your whole collection is like behind you is like really, really
Pinch me
exciting
moment.
and
So
pinch me.
cool. Do
Goosebump
you
moments.
design all of your own pieces?
Yeah.
Every single piece
I
is your
touch
creative
and see
mind.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Do you have a team behind you that's also designing?
Yeah, so before we hopped on, Jason, who I was speaking with, he's my head designer. He's been with me from the beginning. He knows me like the back of his hand. Like he knows I could make one little comment. He knows exactly what I was trying to like convey.
Sure.
I can't draw, so you should see some of the when I'm trying to explain something to him. I have some drawings, and he makes jokes. He's like, "Oh, that one's going on the wall."
Okay, we need a
And,
picture.
oh,
Yeah,
they're-
we're putting that up on our Instagram and our YouTube.
Yeah,
we
I'll
all
find
need to
one.
see it.
They're pretty bad sometimes, but they get the point across. And he's helped me really hone in on like the aesthetic of Wild Collective and like what it is, because it's both fashion and streetwear and lifestyle, and we kind of play across all of it. So there are some teams in the country that we do. Everything is like crystalled and blinged and everything you can
Like
think
Kelly's
of.
jacket.
Like Kelly's
Okay,
You guys
so
have to get on
Kelly, turn
YouTube
around.
and look at these two
If-
girls wearing this stuff. It's awesome.
Like,
yeah.
so,
It's so cute.
If obviously, if you're listening and you're not watching, I am wearing a denim bedazzled Raiders jacket that I got actually at the stadium.
Yeah.
I bought this at Allegiant, and then I wore it in an Instagram reel that went viral and actually got reposted by the NFL.
Oh, how
And
funny.
people were like nonstop DMing me about this jacket and about where I wore it. So I thought, an honor.
Yeah.
and
Wow.
so-
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
I came across it as well. So I saw it on Instagram, and I had people like, "Oh my god, did you see she's wearing your jacket?" I mean, it's also a small
Funny.
Vegas town, so like
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
reach out like,
know
"Oh my
each
god,
other.
Yeah.
did you see Kelly was wearing
Yeah.
it?"
Yeah.
Like as if I knew her. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't know her, but that's
Yeah.
really cool."
Which is so funny that we don't know each other because my kids actually go to the same school. I mean, they're quite a bit older, but it's a small school.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll all go out again. We need a refresh. We
Yeah.
need another.
We need-
a Thunder from Down Under night again.
Night out.
Excuse. I mean, there's any
Always.
excuse to go out, and it's perfect outdoor weather. And I think we should all be taking advantage.
We should.
of alfresco dining.
But
at
Whit,
this time.
I wanted to touch back on like the fun designs and like how all the different teams are different. And you were speaking to streetwear. You are crushing it in the retail world. What are all the different retailers that you're selling at right now?
Oh my god. Okay.
I mean, I have a list too.
I
if
may
you need
forget
it.
some. You made a list.
We
I made
have
a list.
You want the list?
She can't
Okay,
know. Tell us if
you
we're
know all
correct.
the places.
Okay.
Are she telling us or we're telling her?
I want to know if she knows.
Okay, you go. You go.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you're forgetting one. Did you add Shields?
I don't even know what. No, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Shields is it's an interesting story. It's literally like a Dick's Sporting Goods, but on crack.
Oh,
it's
I
like-
already thought
it's-
Dick's was on crack.
It's Dick's,
Yeah.
but with an amusement park inside.
Oh.
And they only have them in certain areas. They have one in Reno, actually.
Random.
But apparently, we might be getting one in Vegas. I'm surprised there's not one here. But so Shields is
Okay.
one.
Okay.
For you stuck me there. Free People, Anthropology, Newly, Fanatics,
Yeah.
Dick's Sporting
Fanatics.
Goods, Dick's House of Sports,
You have
every stadium across the country.
Unbelievable.
I'm still going.
I know you are. I'm already impressed.
Well, we just dropped a bunch of collections. So PacSun, Tilly's just dropped,
Ooh.
which I haven't even really done an announcement on that.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Target is
Target
Yeah.
is like
the biggest.
Wow.
the crown.
The
the
biggest.
crown.
That is
Right.
Bigger
The
than
crown.
Fanatics.
Oh,
I mean, Target. It's,
there's no
How
no
many-
other retailer in the country. They have close to 2,000 stores. There's no other retailer that can compete with them.
And I ran into you at Sephora. You were shopping with your girls. I was with my kids, and you're like, I'm getting ready to announce Target. Like it wasn't announced yet. And I'm like, shut up. Like I have look, I have goosebumps for you because I just think that is just so amazing. Absolutely. Like it is just so amazing.
If you haven't seen it, the designs are so cute. Like even if you're not a sports girly, like
No.
you feel cute because it is this like kind of streetwear vibe, but it's somehow you've made it feminine,
yeah,
but also
yeah.
streetwear, and it's
Yeah.
just so great. Yeah,
It's a really big focus. Like I try everything on in the office. I put every fit on. I we go through, should it be cropped more? Should it be longer? Should it be this? Should it be that? Like, are the arms baggy enough? As like my fit specialist would call it, are they puddling enough? Like everything is very, very dialed in. Like the fits, everything is we're very specific about the look and feel of it. Was I missing anyone?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Did you do Macy's?
Nordstrom?
So Macy's and Nordstrom are interesting. They're connected to Fanatics. So if you sell to Fanatics, they get linked.
That's nice.
Which is interesting. So I didn't even know I was on Nordstrom until someone mentioned it to me one day, and I was like, "What do you mean I'm on Nordstrom?" They're like, "Yeah, Nordstrom online. Like the Wild Collective is on there." I was like, "Wait, what?" And then like next thing you know, I realized that it was all backlinked in the back end, so I had no clue. But yeah, that's how we showed up.
My house is a sports house. My husband, my son, we shop on Fanatics a lot because anytime Asher wants something, that's where I'm going for it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, her husband coaches for the Cavs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got that little bit of tidbit of info. So I got you something.
Ooh,
can we see it?
Are we ready?
Yeah.
we love presents.
Let's see it.
That's our love language.
Breeze.
Oh, I'm so excited to
I'm
see
excited.
when I love your logo, by the way.
Wow, you win Best Guest Award.
Yeah.
Oh my
She came bearing gifts.
Oh, are we waiting? I'm opening.
Are we doing it?
Wait. I'm opening.
Go, Bree.
Yeah. Oh, Whitney knows me well.
God.
Yeah, she needed a
little bit of bling.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
And now I
So
need to go to a
cute.
Raiders game. Who wants to take me?
And
have
for the
seats.
record, there was there was like a 10-piece Cavs collection I was trying to pull from. And I was told no because the team requested all the samples for their photo shoot next week. So I was trying to pull something from their new collection, but I was told no.
I'll just stay tuned.
And this is
so
one of the
cute.
pieces that launched at Target.
So I went to Bama, Roll Tide, and I got like this really cute cropped jersey. Is that what this is? Is that what am I holding here?
Yep.
It's so cute. I can't wait to wear it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Whit.
Thank
Were you
you.
introduced to teams? Like I'm imagining you don't have ties to Bama or the Cavs or any of the, is there any team where you're like finding yourself rooting for, or you like the colors, or you're more inspired by? Do you have a favorite?
So I don't really pick favorites other than the fact that for me, like it's about the relationships. Because remember, like I wasn't really a sports girly. I didn't come into this with a team. We didn't have any teams here. So it was like, you couldn't really be a fan. Obviously, Golden Knights is a little different because that's our homegrown team. And that's what started all of this. But I really focus on the relationships. So the teams that I have good relationships with, I always want to see them win. And then the teams that maybe I don't have the greatest relationship with, I'm like, or they don't buy much from us. I'm like, they lose today. It's okay.
Can you tell us like who you're rooting for or no?
Oh, I have a laundry list. There are some really amazing people. So if we're talking like NBA, my faves are like the Cavs, the Bucks, the Knicks,
It's Midwest team.
Heat,
Okay.
76ers. And then if we're talking like NHL, I'm a big like New York Rangers, VGK, Bruins, Celtics, Dallas Stars.
Is Celtics also hockey?
No,
Celtics
are
is
basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah, what did I say? Did I say
You said Celtics, but you
'cause
said Bruins
the
also.
That's
Yeah.
why.
So Bruins,
Okay,
yeah.
I was like,
They go hand in hand. They play in the same stadium.
Well,
How did you know that?
Way to go,
I
sports
know,
girl.
thank you.
I know. I was thinking, I'm like, I don't know hockey, so they must have
I
the
know
Celtics
my
then
sports.
hockey as well.
I know my sports. Like I know the teams and stuff, but I don't know like
Anything about them?
Yeah, like leagues and how it like
I know
all
what
breaks down.
sport they
Yeah.
do.
yeah.
But
But I can follow. I can follow basketball and I can follow baseball. I don't know what's happening in football. I have no clue.
Yeah.
See, for me, the leagues that have like 80 games, like I can't keep track. Like even with NBA, like I'm like, is the
Catch
Knicks in
me
the
when it's
playoffs?
playoffs,
Like,
yeah.
playoffs is really like where
100%,
it happens. Same
yeah.
thing with baseball. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's like 90 games or something. So it's like by the end of the season, you're so honed in on, okay, who's going to the playoffs, who's not. And usually you find out very quickly, like, where certain teams are landing because they start calling. They're like, hey, we need more product. We need more product.
Yeah.
And so you start to get on that bandwagon for, like, playoffs and, like, World Series. So, like, right now we have another collection coming out with Anthropology for MLB focused on the World Series teams. The teams are going to make a run for it.
Is it different working with collegiate teams than professional teams?
Yes.
Oh, you rolled your eyes.
So
Is it harder?
I stayed away from it for a while because it's way different, because when you get a league license, you get all the teams. The only time that doesn't come into play is with the NFL, because the Cowboys is a separate license. So just because you have an NFL license doesn't mean the Cowboys want to work with you. The Cowboys have to opt in and they do their own license with you. So the leagues make it very easy. It's very streamlined. College, it's every college has their own rules, their own stuff you can and can't do. They'll give rights to, like, certain vendors that they won't give to others. And then they have exclusivities that means you can't touch certain products. So, like, I, for instance, on the Target side, there's a few colleges that I'm, like, blocked from. Like, I'm not allowed to sell those colleges into Target because it's not a channel I have access to.
Yeah, interesting.
So
it sounds like a lot of your job is building these relationships. Walk us through what a day in the life is like for you.
Well, I wake up to at least, usually it's around 100 emails a day. So I just wake up to it. And I have to sift through, do I need to be on this? Do I need to know what's happening? Is there a fire? What's going on? The hard thing with sports, too, is that it's seasonal and it's all based on timing because of, you know, when they need product for a certain launch or a certain game or playoffs or World Series or something of the sort. So if there's an issue, it could be a really big issue fast, because if you can't get the product there on time, it's stuck in customs. That's our latest lovely thing we have to deal with now. You know, those all play into effect. So in the morning, it's really just sifting through, is anything on fire? Is anything that I have to deal with, like, immediately? And then I typically roll into the office I usually hit the gym in the morning, roll into the office around 9-ish. And then it's like full steam ahead of, like, what samples came in today, what needs to be fit with our fit specialist. She's in Ohio, so we Zoom with her. She gets one, we get one, and we kind of, like, go through the fits and make sure everything is good. And then she communicates with the factories. And then it's going through sales calls, you know, meetings with our design team to understand what needs to be designed today, what team needs something. Hey, the Packers requested these couple of pieces they want designed for this collection. And it's kind of sending everyone on their paths. And then from there, it's really me sifting through the day to be like, okay, where do I need to put focus? What do I need to be designing into? What's coming up that's important or exciting or a moment that we should be going after? And then it's just handling all of, like, the marketing and the social and all the things. Like, days are chaotic. Every day is absolutely chaotic.
How many people are on your team?
There's, I want to say 8 of us in Vegas, and then there's about 5 outside of Vegas area. And then we are growing right now, so we're starting to hire for a few more, like, key pieces and build the team out a little bit more. We'll get a bigger office. It's just, I still don't quite know what 2026 looks like yet, from a revenue, from a scalability level, because Target is still working through some of their key initiatives for next year. So I am currently trying to plan for what may to come.
Optimistically plan to hire more in case this comes on, but you don't know. So you're in the middle. Now, speaking about that, what is your work-life balance? Because you do have 2 little girls. You're married to an amazing man. How does that all work? I know that there was a point where you're like, I am diving in head first, and I need you to come along with me. Like, how does that
so
work
my husband was working, he was director of sales on the corporate side, on the Strip for some of the nightclubs, and he was making really great money, everything, you know, he liked his job, like, everything was great. And he could have continued on that path, but the business became so engulfing because like once you get these licenses, you're locked in for like 3, 4, 5 years. So it's not like I could do it. If it didn't work out, you just kind of like pull the plug and walk away. Like that's not an option. So it really became like we had to sit down and make a financial decision on if we were going to bet on this business and make it a full-time priority. And if that meant that we were going to do that, we had to all hands on deck, and he had to leave his job. He came over as COO, so he handles all the financial operations side of the business. He also helps in a lot of the fits. So when we're doing like unisex, like men's fits, he's the fit model per se. And this guy is so dialed in now. It's so funny because when he first started, this is the guy who wore like a black and white t-shirt and jeans. He was happy as a clam. And now he's like very dialed in, like, well, what stitch is that? What are they using there? And, I don't like the sweep. The sweep on the back there's not enough room here. We need more in the sweep. And sometimes I'm just sitting back and I'm just absolutely giggling because I'm like, in what world are we doing this right now? Like in what world?
Yeah.
And he's a trooper. He's literally, I have some blackmail. The guy has put on some questionable items for me to make sure that the fit was good. Because remember, like I'm itty bitty. So like our fits all have to be on a size medium.
Oh.
He's a men's medium. But at the same time, like if I'm fitting a women's piece, like sometimes I just need to know like, is it going to work? Like we got to, sometimes you just got to roll. Like I've stuck him in some questionable items.
Oh, that's great.
And he's just such a trooper. He's amazing. But it's the work-life balance is at times hard because it never leaves you. This business never leaves you. So when we get home, I'm still getting emails. I'm still getting calls. I'm still constantly on. I've gotten better on the weekends to just like detach and like separate from it. But at the end of the day, when you're building a business at this scale, I could be walking past my husband in the hallway and it's like, oh, we forgot to talk about blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, do we have to? Like, can we talk about it on Monday?
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't have enough time. You don't give me enough time on Monday. Like, that's probably the other downfall is like when you're the CEO and you're wearing 5 million hats, you only have so much to give to everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, something suffers.
Yeah, I think we can all
relate to that.
Yes.
Yeah, especially like working with your husband.
Working with your husband.
I work with my husband, but not exactly the same as you. But like we work in the same office. It's very not that much, but it's similar in a sense. But yeah,
yesterday I was sitting with my husband and I was like, oh my God, I have so much in my mind. He goes, don't tell me. I go, what? And he goes, I have so much of my own shit like running around my brain. He goes, I cannot handle hearing your laundry list of what you have to do. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine. Like, I get it. I don't want to hear yours either. So that's fine. But I can't imagine if we were working together, it would be hard to keep that.
It'd be very hard to turn that off.
Yes.
And be like, we're just home now and present just for that. It's hard to turn off being a business owner.
I think what was harder though was when he wasn't a part of the business because I would be running the business all day long. I would have to go get the kids at 2:33. Yeah. My day's now done and ended. I bring the kids home. I have to do homework. I have to feed them, make dinner, all the things. And he would walk in and be like, hey. And I'd be like, oh my God. Like I was barely holding it together. And that went on for like 6 months. And that's when we came to the point of you have to leave your job at this point, right? Because it just became so much on a daily basis to just keep up with day after day after day. But now that I have him on board, we can tag team the kids. Hey, I'll pick up the kids today. You stay later in the office. You handle what you need to handle. Right. And it's worked out. Is it my husband's like dream to be in apparel? No, but we're here and we're going to see it through. And, there's big plans of what it can do and can be. But, I
want to follow up on the big plan. So I know the future's unknown, what's going to happen with Target and everything. But if you think the dream vision for the Wild Collective, what does that look like?
So we're actually starting to dive more into non-licensed, which is really fun. And I'm
does that
really
mean?
loving that. Non-licensed is, so I'm in the license space. I do licensed product.
Like Vegas Golden Knights is a license.
Yeah.
Right. So that means just non-team related.
Non-team related.
Just
Okay.
fun
Just
fashion
fashion.
apparel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we're starting to do that.
fun.
So that's like we're starting to tiptoe into that with like Anthropology. We launched a few pieces actually with them recently that were non-licensed product, accessories, all of that kind of stuff. And then we're starting to like broaden out like what that looks like. So that's the next phase.
Wow.
You know, a license that I will message you about like once a quarter. Do you remember what that license that
Disney.
I need cute Disney wear. Okay.
We do need cute
Like
Disney
you
wear.
don't
It is
know
hard.
the depths that I go to find unique. I mean, I fly to Hong
tough is
Kong
that
to get
license?
Disney.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not allowed to say too deeply, but I will say it's on the table.
Tea time. Tea time. You heard it here first, ladies.
It's on the table.
Can we be your models?
Can I help with the designs? I will come in for free and give my input.
No, seriously, we are good
33.
models. We're different heights. We're different size. I feel like we are very good.
We're relatable. We're moms. We're Disney adults.
So, and I think that's part of why I think our focus and our program with Target is probably so exciting for all the things you just said. But also it's opening up the door for Wild Collective to play in other spaces.
Yeah.
And these are discussions we're having. And that's exactly, that's another thing too, is tapping into the ecosystem of what Target is and how they built their brand and the brands that sit with them, and thinking of cool, unique, different ways of how those brands can show up. And Wild Collective is like very honed in on what that future looks like with them.
I love that. And I love that for you. And, we're starting a new series on the podcast where we're interviewing millennial women that are just crushing it in the workforce. So it's been amazing to have you on. But one of the things that is also relatable to us and hopefully to our listeners is, you didn't just come out of college and do this. You were in your 30s. You were a mom. You had kids. How, that's scary. If you think back on it, or maybe there's women out there right now that are like, I want to make a difference. I want to change. I want to reinvent myself. Like, what advice can you give to maybe somebody out there that thinks I have a great idea, or I want to pursue a new career. I want to make a change in my life. And you're not right out of college. It's a reinvention.
I think really it's honing in, especially as you get older. I think our generations had a lot better perspective on like what makes us happy and like what we want to be doing, rather than what maybe we were told to do or whether we were forced to do it, right? Like, I mean, I think of my grandfather, right? Like, the guy didn't have opportunities. It was really, you have to do this and stay at this job for 50 plus years, and then you're going to retire, and this is your life. And you just had to, like, a lot of those previous generations had to just accept that was what it was, and that's what it was going to be. Where I think our generation is very interested in lots of different things, and we're finding different ways to weave those through our lives and our work lives. I mean, I'm assuming you loved having parties and throwing parties and things like that. But, 10 years ago, were you really thinking, oh, I'm going to turn this into a business? So I think it's as we get older, we start to identify, what makes sense in our daily lives that we can turn into something that it doesn't maybe necessarily feel like work. I mean, I will be honest, mine definitely still feels like work, but I'm hoping at some point down the road, it does feel a little more where this is just your natural path. Like at the end of the day, I think you have to really understand who you are as a person and what you're built for. Like running a business is not something everyone's built for.
Correct.
So there are moments where maybe you find an industry and you find others who you can then, go under and have them lead you down a path, and as a mentor. For me, like I was built for this. I've actually never worked for anyone. So I've always owned my own business. That's never been scary to me. It's scary to a lot of people who haven't done it. But I also think now is the time more than ever because you have everything accessible to you. So, to my point on LinkedIn, I mean, I just went on LinkedIn when I got the licenses and started hitting up every single buyer of every single stadium, of every single team, of every single retailer. I mean, I just spent hours doing it. Like, you can do that. You know, you can connect with people in ways now you never were able before. You could set up a website in probably less than 2 minutes.
These
No,
two,
we
the
know
light
it.
bulbs are going off for
Like,
these two.
Kelly,
They're
yes,
like,
we need to be doing this. Like
We know what you'll be doing
We've also
later.
been having these conversations behind the scenes from also from an Instagram like messages and just the way that we should be networking, even though all of our careers are different and what we do, but the marketing side of it is still similar. Like, you can still take things away from what other people are doing. And that's what's so fun about having friends that are entrepreneurs and that are in this
creatives,
and creative
really.
and think outside the box.
It's funny. Someone was just asking me, like, I can't remember who it was, but do your friends work? Do they not work? And I was like, I think you're naturally attracted to people who are like you and who can relate to you. And so me working so much and having kids and, you know, having such a full, crazy, hectic lifestyle, I'm naturally drawn to people who can relate. And we share those experiences with each other and we lift each other up and make each other better. And you're saying everything that is, well, it's not the same industry. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like when I first moved into my my neighborhood, I remember a lot of the moms were like, "Oh, okay, like, you know, we should hang out, we should do this, we should do that." And there was one who asked me, she was like, "Oh, it's like Wednesday at like 11. You want to go to like Lifetime? We'll like go, like we'll hang out, we'll work out,
We've
we'll go
all
to the
had
bar."
this.
We've had this. We've all had this
And I'm like,
conversation.
Girl, I don't have time at 11 to go hang out at Lifetime and like go to the bar. Like I got so much to do. Like I would love that, but like it's just not in the cards for me. And you naturally will, you know, find people that are on the similar path that you are, and so I naturally gravitate to working women just because I it's relatable, right?
Yeah.
And you know,
And we have stuff to talk about too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's story. I had a similar story and I was like, well, that sounds great, but you know, I work. And she goes, oh.
You work? I've had the
It was
same.
like, it
where I was
had
like,
never occurred to her. And then she goes, well, like, what times? And I go, well, you know, 9 to 4. And she's like, oh. And I was like,
whole
is this that shocking? It's wild.
Well, you want to know what's really funny is that we have a good friend. You know her as well. Our friend Jen Edenfeld is starting a business. I don't know if you know this.
No.
So I don't want to go too much into it. But anyway, she's decorating like porches and steps and stuff. So she's seasonally. It's called the seasonal edit. It's really cute. And so Sloan saw it yesterday. She did our porch and Sloan goes, wait, she doesn't work? And I was like, no, this is her, like, she's starting a business. She's like, well, what was she doing? And like, it was like, everybody she knows in her life, like women, they own businesses. Brittany's an attorney. Like, it's just so foreign to her. And I was like, there's a lot of women out there that don't work. Like, it's actually probably more common that they don't work than they do work. Actually, I don't know. But it was just so funny because it's just what she's surrounded by.
Yeah.
That's what she
And it's
knows.
funny that's not something that you had ever thought to talk to her about because you're surrounded by women who work. It's so,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah.
We like finishing these interviews with a lightning round, so we're going to put you through it. I'll have Kelly pull it up. But
my
while she's getting ready for that, I have a quick question. Do you have? It goes into the vision for the future. Do you have like a dream customer that you would love to see?
Hey, that's one of my lightning round questions.
Oh, it was in lightning round. Oh, well, it was in my real questions too.
lightning, I would say, so there's like a couple like collaborations like I would be really interested in. I've always really wanted to work with Stussy. They're like the most like iconic streetwear like brand. They've been around forever and I think everything they do is really cool and unique. So Stussy's definitely on top of my list for like collaborations. I'm also really interested in what New Balance has been doing lately. Like I think they're very honed in on setting themselves up for the future in like a different path and really like separating themselves out from like the Nikes and the, Adidas and so forth of the world. So there's a lot of interest there. There's a few, there's one, I won't say it, but there is one we've been speaking with about bringing it back. So it was like an iconic brand that we used to rock. I mean, in college, it was all I wore.
College?
I mean,
College.
I wore Abercrombie, but that is back.
Yeah, not Abercrombie, but there's an iconic women's brand still around, but we've talked about like doing bring it back
I don't know,
in
I'm
a
thinking.
sports
I mean,
way.
I wore starter jackets, but that was
Starter
in
jackets are
Yes,
junior
that was
high,
before
middle
college. I did
school.
that.
middle
yeah,
school, but
before.
I'm seeing starter jackets
Starter
around.
jackets.
Don't
Yeah.
think sports though.
Okay.
Oh, not sport. I'm thinking like brands like Puma,
Brands I
K-Swiss.
wore
No,
in
I'm
no
thinking like
sports.
okay,
no
not
sports.
sports.
So this is why this is where Wild Collective like really comes into
Is this
play.
the
Is like
evol-
I'm taking
evolution?
something that has no sports ties whatsoever
Like
the
and
Gap.
bringing it into sports.
yeah, I love it. Okay, get to lightning. Let's do it.
Blink twice if I'm right.
Gap?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Okay, lightning round.
I'm sorry, I'm so stuck on what I used to wear in college. I mean, I had no money. So
That's
I
why
was
I
wearing
wear in
like, what
college.
the hell was I wearing?
Like what were you wearing with your Uggs?
Was Uggs in college?
Yeah.
I might have been
it was
before
because
that.
Britney Spears
I
wore
might
the
have been
Uggs and
before
the
that.
super
Wearing
cut
a
off
jean
shorts.
skirt.
Jean skirts. I
Uggs,
just wore
Paris
tons of
Hilton.
Abercrombie.
Juicy.
Juicy couture.
Oh, I was wearing a lot of juicy
a
back then.
lot of zippy velvet.
She's not saying anything.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Go.
we'll find out.
All right, here we go. Are you ready for lightning round?
No.
It's fun. No, it's fun. Okay. Favorite sports team to design for? I feel like we asked that.
Cowboys.
Oh, love it. Okay. Which team do you rep the most in your own closet?
Golden Knights.
Dream collab, brand or celebrity? You kind of just, yeah.
Go celebrity.
Kind of hit on that.
Go celebrity then.
Yeah, give us a celeb.
Ooh, on the
How about this?
spot?
How about who would you like to style if it was a celebrity?
Because I'm going the sports angle, like I'd love to style Gab Union.
Oh, love.
Yeah,
Okay.
bring it on. That's our girl.
Go to game day snack.
Probably popcorn.
Okay. Heels, sneakers, or boots.
Sneaks.
Okay. Vegas Golden Knights or Raiders?
These are fighting words. That's tough.
Again, I have, they both gave me different platforms, right?
You
like
shouted
the
them both
Raiders
out.
kind of gave me the NFL, and Golden Knights started my career. So I'm tie.
Okay. Fair enough. Stadium or couch for watching a game?
I'm going to be honest. I kind of prefer the couch because, okay, here's my take on it, especially with NFL specifically. It's hard to see what's going on, even if you're like in a box or even if you're really up close. Like they just look so tiny running
I
around.
don't know what the hell is going
Like
on at
little
an NFL
Lego
game. I have
pieces.
no idea. I'm there for the hot dog. I'm there
Yeah.
for the beer. I'm there to be
Socializing.
cute.
I need to go. I have my jacket.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, I can't. So I prefer to do it from home. I mean, I think hockey's a little more exciting when you're there. Basketball, you can see what's going on. So that's a little more interesting, which I can't wait for our NBA team to come
Yes.
at any
Me
given
too.
moment. I'm just waiting for the announcement. But yeah, I'd say from home.
Okay, perfect. Best city for fan style.
New York.
Piece from your collection you wear the most.
The jacquards. All our cardigans, our sweaters, they're like
Oh, cute.
Just
I would like
they're
a
just-
jacquard.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you
cute.
guys don't have. There's Raiders ones and Golden Knights ones.
Okay.
There's a new Golden Knight. Well,
cute.
this is new. This is launching this season, and then we have
very cute.
another black jacquard, like a unisex one that's launching for VGK. They're coveted. Like they sell out in minutes. They're our top selling piece.
I'm surprised that not surprised you brought us presents. Thank you so much. Do you have these just like all these teams readily available in your office here in
Yeah.
Vegas?
Yeah, we do because we have all the photo samples. So every time something gets made, we have a photo sample of it. So we have entire rooms filled brim to brim to brim with clothes.
Wow. I'm going to Boston this weekend and I'm going to a Red Sox game. Maybe I can swing by and
Yeah,
I don't know if you have anything for sale readily available because I need something.
Red Sox is a tough team. I will say that. The reason why they're tough is they're ran by 47 brand. This team store is. So we don't do a lot of Red Sox because they really just buy 47.
And I wear Red Sox hats because my name is Bree and it's a B. And the Yankees fans will still give me shit for wearing it. And I was like, my name's Bree.
Like it's
But
that's
it
the only
doesn't translate.
reason.
You don't understand that. You think that that's obvious.
Yeah.
You don't care. Okay, that's fair.
My
And those
dad's
fans
a
don't
major
care. They're like,
Yankees
that's a
fan.
fighting
well, my
hat
husband
there.
is literally a New Yorker. Like if
Yeah,
I
same with
wore
Adam.
What are
Red
his-
Sox,
what
like
are
I would
his-
be
his
in
teams?
trouble. Yankees and
Mets. My husband's the Mets.
We're the Yankees and the Giants and the Knicks, of course.
All the Giants.
I know.
Oh,
I
he's,
mean,
he's
I
a
don't care that
classic
much.
New
I'm-
York
I'm
guy.
not,
Those
yeah.
are classics.
Yeah, Adam's from New York too, but he likes the Mets.
Yeah, Mets are a thing right now.
Yeah, he's always been a Mets guy.
Well, they have what's his name? Aaron,
he's from Queens.
Soto.
Yeah, Aaron Soto.
yeah, he's from Queens. So isn't the stadium like right there, I think?
It's in Queens.
Yeah, I've actually never been to either of those stadiums. Ironically, of all the stadiums you would have thought I've been to, those are two I have not. I've been to a lot of the stadiums though across the country, and it's always interesting to see the different vibes. But Cowboys still.
Is there a lot of bedazzling
best.
on the Cowboys gear?
Yeah, but because you can put a star on anything and make it look cool.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys stadium like has like chandeliers everywhere.
Stop it.
And it's just like it's just so luxury. It's so classic. Like everything you would think about the Cowboys, that's what AT&T Stadium is.
so
Like
funny.
Raider Stadium is modern and it's cool,
Sure.
but it kind of looks like a spaceship. Right? Like
Yeah.
it's more
Looks like the Death
it's
Star.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
the point
Yeah.
of it. But like Cowboys just has a vibe. I will also say this. The Sacramento Kings, their team store, their arena, their lounges, their all the stuff hidden in that arena. Don't sleep on the Kings. Yeah, we walked in and I was like, OMG.
I saw a concert there. I saw John Mayer in Sacramento.
One of the nicest stadiums I've ever been to on the NBA side was the Sacramento Kings.
So
Interesting.
surprising. Have you been to Tuscaloosa?
No.
To Alabama?
No.
It's just so I mean, it's just crazy with the houndstooth and the maroon and Southern fashion is just so different and the girls like dress up for the games and it's just a whole thing.
I think I missed out a little bit on the college just because I did go to UNLV and they
Yep.
weren't good back. I mean, they're good now, which is great.
Yeah.
But they weren't good back then. So like we weren't
Different
in college,
experience.
we
And
weren't going to games.
We're not we weren't a sports city back then.
Right.
Our college teams were only good in the
newer.
90s when
Yeah.
we were little. So
And it was
we-
just basketball.
And that was
Teams,
just
team.
basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like everything else, not that great. No professional sports. So I
This
get
was
it.
so fun. I've learned
great.
so much, and now I know that we need a girls' night out with
Whitney.
Whit.
Do you think
We're
you can get out of the
gatekeeping her.
office? You can meet us. You can come
yes,
out. Okay.
yes.
And
Let's
thank
do
you
it.
for my gear. This was wonderful.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for
Our
coming
good friends
in.
are going to love this.
Yeah. We know how busy you are, so we really appreciate your
No
time.
problem.
Yeah.
Thanks for setting it up.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, guys.